Hello Internet, it's me again, and I am back with some more videos, but this time I'm not on Showdown. This time I've got my games from the Arnhem Regional, which was the first ever regional level tournament in Europe. Now, if you weren't around in 2013, I basically used a team of Lipard, Scizor, Breloom, Thundurus, Terrakion and Cresselia. I got 9th at Worlds with it in Vancouver, and I used that team slightly adapted in this tournament. Now, my first round opponent, as I'm sure you can see on the screen right now, has got basically exactly the same team. My first round opponent was Whooper King, who got 2nd at Worlds in the senior division last year. His dad likes to enter these tournaments as well. He's a very nice guy. I see him a lot going to all these tournaments. He basically copied my Worlds team from 2013, which is published on Nugget Bridge, and thought he'd see how we'd do with it in this tournament. Unluckily for me, we got paired, which meant lots of awkward speed ties and predictions and whatnot. And as you can see, we actually both decided to lead the exact same thing here as well. So it's already awkward. The Thundurus probably speed tie. So whose taunt's going to go off first? He could taunt the Breloom, who's going to Spore. So whatever. Basically, I thought I'm not going to mess around with taunt. I'm basically just going to go straight for the knockout on this Breloom, hoping that he wouldn't protect it. I think he was trying to get this full paralysis on Breloom here, because his Thundurus goes first here, with the Prankster obviously, and paralyzes my Breloom. I basically double target his Breloom with a hidden power and a Mach Punch to knock that out. So at least that's one Pokemon down, on turn 1, which is good. But my Breloom is paralyzed now, and he basically gets to bring his Scizor in, and he's kind of got the momentum now. It is Mega. There we go. But because he didn't use Taunt on the first turn, I was kind of not really expecting him to use Taunt on this second turn. But he does, and that goes and sort of ruins my Spore basically. Now this Scizor has become a big problem for me, even though it hasn't even set up yet, although it is now. I need to start getting damage on it, so I Thunderbolt it, get a critical hit, which is quite nice. And this turn I get a full paralysis basically. A Mach Punch and a Thunderbolt probably would have knocked the Scizor out there, so I got a little bit unlucky there, but I suppose it's to be expected with the being paralyzed and whatnot. A +2 Bug Bite and a hidden power on my Thundurus does knock it out. Now, what's annoying about Bug Bite is basically he steals my Citrus Berry. Now this Mega Scizor eating a Citrus Berry, putting it out of Mach Punch range. So at the moment I'm thinking I've lost the game, because in the back I've got Scizor and I've got Terrakion. So obviously I can't bring Terrakion in. It's just going to go straight down to a +2 Bullet Punch. And basically I've got to try and do everything I can to get rid of this Scizor. I Mega Evolve with my own, obviously. And what do I do? Oh, I Protect. Yeah, because he's is probably fishing for paralysis and stuff like that. So he does try and Thunder Wave it. I do get a bit more chip damage onto his own Scizor with a Mach Punch, so it's in Mach Punch range again. He takes my Breloom down to the Sash. And basically this next turn, without a full paralysis on Breloom, he's kind of backed into a bit of a corner, because either he taunts my Breloom again, or knocks it out, or something goes to sleep. He paralyzes my Scizor, and knocks Breloom out with a Bullet Punch, which means that my Scizor can get the knockoff here. Now thankfully I didn't get fully paralyzed again, because this would have been terrible. I would have had to have brought Terrakion in, forced to protect it I suppose, and he could have protected his Scizor and it would have gone terribly wrong from there. But basically the game has come down to this. Amusingly, we did take the exact same 4 Pokemon. We both led with Breloom and Thundurus. We both had Scizor and Terrakion in the back. His Scizor probably didn't, it probably wasn't used to, the full position that, to the full advantage of the position that he probably could have taken, with my Breloom basically taunted and paralyzed out there. It basically wasn't doing anything, but I had to try and shut it down. Now, this next turn, I think, you know, I'm already quite comfortable. I just need to get rid of this Thunderous, because I know that Scizor can take care of Terrakion. He tries to paralyze my Terrakion, but I go for the knockoff on this Thunderous. This is one of the adaptations that I made from the 2013 team to the 2015 team, this one. Basically, I put knockoff on Scizor instead of Bug Bite, like he used, just because... And it was still super effective against Cresselia, even though it doesn't actually do too much damage, to be honest. But it does help with Aegislash, which otherwise, you know, might have been a bit of a problem for this team. But you know, thankfully, I knock off the Magnet. I did have Electric Gem in 2013, so he just sort of tried and adapted that, I suppose, to the Magnet, which is, you know, a reasonable enough item. But he tries to paralyze my Terrakion again. Now I know that, you know, I've got a Lumberry, so I'm not too bothered about that. And basically, you know, I think I've got the game won now, because, you know, Bullet Punch is gonna be a 2-hit KO on this Terrakion. He actually, well, actually, you know, hold up, he goes for a substitute there. His Terrakion won that speed tie. I'm not too sure why he went for the substitute there, to be honest. But if he had gone for the close combat on my Terrakion there, I would not have been able to have knocked out his Thunderous like this. So that was a bit of an oversight on his side, thinking back. So, you know, even though I felt like I was in quite a good position, I wasn't necessarily over the finishing line. Obviously, I am now, because, you know, I've got no chance of flinching with my priority Bullet Punch and whatever. But, you know, this is not the way I wanted to start the tournament. His Terrakion wins the speed tie again. You know, because it's never fun playing your own team to start off with, but never fun getting all these speed ties and, you know, the mind games. It's horrible. But you know, luckily I was lucky enough to you know, sort of pull out this game. But I'm going to be putting on round 2 the next day, tomorrow, hopefully. And you know, each Swiss round game, you know, each consecutive day. So hopefully by next Friday you'll have the whole Swiss rounds, and then next Saturday we'll start with the top cut games. So this was round 1. You know, the games do get a little bit stickier, a bit stranger. Although this one was a bit strange, to be honest. But you know, stay tuned, and you know, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you've enjoyed it, and goodbye for now.